Welcome to Engineering Laptops. In this video, we break down AutoCAD system requirements so you can run it smoothly without headaches. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more honest tech guides.
All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about building the perfect PC for AutoCAD 2026. The goal here is super simple. We want to get you a powerful, frustration-free experience so you can spend your time designing, not fighting with your computer. Let's do this.
Does this look familiar? Yeah, if you've ever used AutoCAD on a machine that's not quite up to snuff, this probably gives you a little bit of anxiety. We have all been there, right? You're trying to pan across a really complex drawing, and the cursor just stutters and jumps. Or you hit save and go make a cup of coffee. These are the exact headaches we are going to solve today. And this is the most important point. Anyone can build a PC that meets the bare minimum requirements on the box, but that's not what we're after. We are aiming for a setup that feels snappy, responsive, and just lets your ideas flow without you ever even thinking about the hardware. It's all about a comfortable, productive workflow. So think of this as our roadmap for the next few minutes. This table gives you a great bird's eye view of the different tiers. Are you doing some basic 2D stuff? Do you need a really smooth machine for your day-to-day work? Or are you a professional tackling these enormous, complex projects? We're about to dive deep into every single one of these components.
Okay, let's start with the absolute heart of your system. These three, your processor, your memory, and your storage, they make the biggest, most noticeable difference in how AutoCAD feels and performs every single day. So first up is the CPU, the brain of your whole computer. Now I want you to think about this for a sec. When it comes to that processor, what do you think AutoCAD really cares about more? Having a ton of cores or having really fast individual cores?
And here it is. This is the answer, and honestly, it's something a lot of people get wrong when building a PC. While yeah, having multiple cores is great for things like rendering, the vast majority of what you actually do in AutoCAD, drawing, clicking, manipulating objects, that stuff relies almost entirely on the speed of a single core. So, a higher clock speed, measured in gigahertz, directly translates to a smoother, snappier experience.
So what's the bottom line? If you're serious about performance, this is the magic number to aim for. A processor that can hit 3.5 gigahertz or higher is going to make an immediate, tangible difference in your daily work. You will feel it the second you start using it.
All right, next up, memory, or RAM. This is like your computer's short-term memory, right? It holds all the data it's actively working with. So how much do you really need to stop AutoCAD from choking, especially when you've got a couple of big drawings open, plus your browser, plus email?
This chart lays it out perfectly. Look, 8 gigs will technically launch the program, but it is a recipe for frustration. 16 is acceptable, but you're going to feel those limits pretty quick. Now, 32 gigabytes, that's the real comfort zone for most people. And then you've got 64 and beyond, which is really for folks dealing with just massive, mind-bogglingly complex projects. And this right here is the key takeaway for RAM. For the vast majority of you, students, designers, architects, engineers, 32 gigabytes is the absolute sweet spot. It gives you plenty of headroom to handle big files, multitask like a pro, and just keep your entire workflow running smoothly without any hiccups.
Next up is storage. And you know what? This isn't even a debate anymore. If your computer still has one of those old spinning mechanical hard drives, an HDD, you are leaving a massive amount of performance on the table. Moving to a solid-state drive, or SSD, will make your entire computer feel twice as fast. Not just AutoCAD. We're talking lightning-fast boot times and files that open pretty much instantly.
Now, for those of you who want the absolute peak performance, there's the NVMe SSD. The easiest way to think about it is like a supercharged SSD that plugs directly into the motherboard. For professionals loading gigantic, complex models, this is the gold standard. It provides the fastest experience possible, period.
Okay, so we've covered the big three. Now let's start putting all this info together. Let's talk about building a system that's perfectly tailored to the kind of work that you actually do.
This is probably one of the most common questions I get. The graphics card, the GPU. It can be one of the most expensive parts of a new computer. So how much horsepower do you really need for AutoCAD? Well, the short answer is, it totally depends on what you're doing. This slide breaks it down so nicely. If you live entirely in the world of 2D drafting, an entry-level card is totally fine, but the second you start getting into 3D modeling, a good mid-range card becomes pretty much essential. And for those of you doing heavy rendering and really complex 3D workflows, well, that's when a high-end GPU is absolutely worth every penny.
And hey, a quick but super important point. Don't sleep on your monitor. You spend hours a day staring at this thing. A high-resolution display like a 1440p or 4K screen gives you so much more clarity and just space to work. And trust me, once you go to a dual monitor setup, you will never, ever go back. It's a total game changer for productivity.
So let's see how this all comes together. This slide basically takes everything we've talked about and turns it into some really clear, practical recommendations. Just find the profile that sounds like you, student, intermediate user, or pro, and boom, you've got a perfectly balanced shopping list to guide your build.
Okay, time for a quick fire round. We've talked a lot about what to do, so let's spend a minute on what not to do. Avoiding these common mistakes is honestly just as important as picking the right parts in the first place.
Just take a quick look at this list. Buying a brand new machine with only 8 gigs of RAM in it, that's a classic mistake. So is skipping the SSD upgrade, or getting a CPU with a ton of cores but a really slow clock speed. And oh man, this is a big one. Don't blow your entire budget on a monster GPU and then skimp on RAM. Balance. Balance is everything. All right, to wrap things up, let's say you've got great hardware. There's still a few simple software tweaks you can do to get even more performance out of your machine. These are small adjustments that can add up to big gains in speed.
Here's a super easy checklist you can use right now. Keeping your graphics drivers updated is non-negotiable. Closing other programs frees up precious RAM. We've already hammered home the SSD point. And using AutoCAD's own built-in tools like Purge and Audit can clean up file bloat and fix errors, making your drawings feel way snappier.
So, if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. Building the perfect PC for AutoCAD is not about buying the single most expensive component you can find. It's about creating a balanced system where the CPU, the RAM, the storage, and the GPU all work together in perfect harmony.
And that brings us to the end. I'll just leave you with this question. Think about your own computer right now. How does it stack up with what we've talked about today? Does it run like a dream, or does it still make you want to pull your hair out sometimes? Let us know. Thanks so much for tuning in.